Hi, I'm Aaron Furman. I'm going to do a deck profile on the deck I just got second place at YCS Ohio at Origins. Um, Before I do deck profile, I just want to do some shout outs. Sean McCabe for making the deck, and James Chow for helping me. James Chow and Sean for helping me change the deck a little bit from the province list a couple weeks ago. So here's deck profile. I played 3 Tin Can, 1 Straw Man, 2 Farm Girl, 2 Kozmo Dark Ladies, 3 Slip Rider, 1 Forerunner, and 3 Dark Destroyer. That's all monsters. Just low count of monsters because I play card Demise. 2 Emergency Teleport, 3 Kozmo Town, 3 card Demise, 2 Pod Duality. That's all the spells. 1 Solemn Warning, 3 Solemn Strike, and 2 Chaos Trap Holes, so 6 counter traps. 3 Cause Mojo. This is the best trap card. This is probably the best trap card I feel out in the game right now. 3 Call of Haunts, 2 Oasis, and 2 Breakthrough Skills. And for the extra deck, I played 1 Break Sword, 1 Leviair, 1 Dante, 1 Grand Pulse, 1 Giga Brilliant, 1 Digital Bug, a Volcasaurus, Pallades, Durndal, Nova Infinity, Gaia Charger, 107, number 38, and Barbroid. And for the side deck, I played 3 Twin Twister, 3 Ghost Reaper, 3 Master Strick, 3 Magic Deflector, and 3 Chaos Hunter. Okay, so for the main deck, the monster lineup was really just average. It didn't change much since Province. I cut a Farm Girl because I usually felt like I was always siding one out, but this card's just really good to have as multiples because even with all the counter traps and stuff, if you draw 2 counter traps, they can't really make a play. So you can just normal summon this first turn with 2 counter traps or even more traps, and it's usually always going to connect the next turn, and it's usually a +1. And there was times where I did need 2, or at Province I played 3, and 3 did come up a lot. And for the rest of it, it's just basically standard for a Kozmo deck, for a Kozmo Demise deck. For the spells, that's just standard, then 2 Duality, just because you don't need to special summon every turn, because a lot of the games you're just going to do Tin Can, set some back row. So even having Duality and not having Demise, it's just good to be able to get a trap card, or if you do need the Tin Can, you can just try to get there. Or if you do have, this is the best thing, if you have card Demise and Pod Duality, your hand's just usually really good. I didn't play 3 because there's times where I would just draw 2, and I didn't want to have times where I draw 2 of this, 2 card Demise, and I basically set back a turn or 2. I played 6 counter traps. I just felt I was hoping to win die roll a lot, so I can just set the counter traps, and they're just good against basically Chaos Shuffle is good against every deck right now in the format. I did notice that these were the cards. The counter traps were the cards I was siding out a lot. I played against 10 PK Fire throughout the whole tournament, or BA, and every time I would just side out a combination of 4 or 5 of these, and depending if I went first, I'd keep striking, because no, if I went second, I would keep striking because it's kind of good against established boards. But if I went first, I'd put Chaos Trap Hole in, and I would probably keep Chaos Trap Hole over Warning. So these were the cards I mostly sided out because people would put in Twin Twister for this deck, and I want to play I basically want to keep trap cards in that were chainable, so the Call of the Haunted and Oasis, and Kozmo, they're just chainable to Twin Twister. And Breakthrough Skill, even Grave, it's still just really card. This is definitely the MVP of the tournament. James Chow gave me this idea about a week ago, and it was just good against every matchup. I only play against one Cosmos, and that's the only time I ever sided out. It's really good against BA. It just stops Beatrice, like stopping Beatrice from setting a Cal Cap to bounce a back row, or Alec to stop your tin can that you need to resolve, which is really, really relevant. And against Monarchs, it stops like their initial tribute summon on their turn. Then on your turn, if they try to Ether Yuki, you can just banish and use it again. So it's basically a floater if they do Twin Twister it. I played 41 cards in the main. I didn't play Upstart because I'm not really a fan of that card that much. And I've always just tried to play 41 cards just because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel lucky with 41 cards or something. The side deck, Chaos Hunter, this is probably the best side deck card for Cosmos. Like, just them, something like a tin can or like any pilot and banishing it for a Dark Destroyer on their first turn, and they target Dark Destroyer. This card's just a blowout. You just discard a card, special this, their Dark Destroyer gets destroyed, and it's basically a +1 because you have a monster and they just use pilot and waste the Dark Destroyer to not get anything. These were just standard. I thought I was going to play a lot more Monarch. I only played 2 throughout the whole event. And yeah, I'm very paranoid about that deck, and all these cards are just really good against it. I feel like this card's a lot more good against it because this stops Twin Twister, and that's huge. Like, I don't really care if they tribute, if I have counter traps, just stopping Twin Twister or like Storm Fourthing my monsters is just really big. And these were the cards I sided in the most, basically. This was my only card really for Pendulums. And even if I did it, like if I went second, I would side 3 in. If I went first, I'd probably keep like 1 or maybe 2 in. Against PK, I side these in. These kind of conflict with a card of Demise, but it's just such a blowout once it resolves that I feel like it's totally worth to like not activate card Demise the turn before and just wait to hold this card. Also against PK, if I went second, I would side Twin Twisters in because dealing with Fog Blade is like kind of hard in the Demise matchup because you really need like your tin can to resolve, and sometimes you won't have a big ship, so they could just like Fog Blade your tin can, and you just can't do it. Like, you need your tin can to resolve in this deck usually. So getting rid of like even Fog Blade, just stopping that, it's just really good. And discard, like you can discard big ship, then like Call the Haunted it back, or it just works with Call the Haunted and Oasis. For the extra, every single time I play this deck at an event, the extra could always just be better, and I wish I just knew it before the tournament. But Barbroid, just because in case they kill Nova, you can bring out Barbroid. Infinity, just standard. I made these like 4 times throughout the tournament. I made this like 4 times throughout the tournament. Didn't make Harbinger. He's probably cuttable. It's just a rank 8 just in case I have 2 Dark Destroyers and I want to make him. I played number 107 in case I play against Raid Raptors or the BA deck that's playing Cattle Call that can bring out the Raid Raptor guy. This is an out to him. So that's why I played him, because my only other out is basically making this, then making like another XYZ, which is really hard to do in this deck. Especially since like you don't run that many pilots or like special, like that many like Kozmo monsters in general. Gaia, just to overlay it on all the ranks. Durandal didn't make that. This is probably cuttable for like maybe other situational cards. Plays, I made plays at least like 6 times. Volcasaurus I made twice. I didn't do this play at all, but I feel like it could come up and it might be necessary to get rid of Beatrice or just defense position Dante. Grand Pulse I didn't make, but it's also just kind of a necessary card. Leviary made once and Breakstory made once. When I made this, it was just very mediocre because my hand wasn't that good, but it let me search with Kozmo Town because I had to normal summon Farm Girl, teleport out another Farm Girl, then detach, destroy my Kozmo town, destroy some like one of his cards. Then I searched out Dark Destroyer when I like call the Haunted face down, so it wasn't that bad. Then I had never made this card, but I definitely use this card the most out of all with Reaper. I resolved Reaper probably like 8 games out of like the 9 or 10 matches I played against PK, so that was really good. I change in the extra deck. I'd probably change. There's a like combo with you make like Grinder Golem, then overlay to it's like one of the spider guys. Then you make 7 Sins, which is a 4,000 tack. So that can basically be your out to the Raid Raptor guy. And he also has a really good effect, but you can't use it the turn you make him. But he's basically like detach. I think it's detach 2, target like 2 special summon monsters on your opponent's side of the board, banish them. So it's really good against BA. And that's about it for the deck. I got 2nd place. I lost to Jake Feeney in the finals. Congrats to him. And yeah, subscribe. Thank you.